This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Let the Drums Speak by Bernard Purdie. Foreword by Bob Porter. It was 1969, and I was preparing to record Johnny Hammond Smith. We discussed the band and had agreed on everybody when Johnny said he'd like to use Bernard Purdie on drums. I knew of Purdie, but had never met him. It sounded like a good idea. For the session, Purdie arrived with a music stand containing a sign which said, "Pretty Purdie, you done hired the hitmaker." The session was loose, and 3 tunes came together on the date. There was no sheet music. One, a flat-out jam, was titled Soul Talk, and Purdie cut loose with a drum solo which dominated the track to the point that we titled the album Soul Talk. From this point forward, Purdie was my drummer. Over the next 2 years, he played on 16 albums for Prestige, including 2 of his own, Purdie Good and Shaft. After I left Prestige, I tried to use him whenever possible, and we remained good friends. Apart from his style and obvious talent, what Purdie brings to a record date is his enthusiasm. He always brings his "a game" and never phones it in. He is like that in his personal appearances as well. He finds a way to make music work and for the listener to have a good time. With Let the Drums Speak, he tells you how he does it. Enjoy. Bob Porter is a producer, writer, and broadcaster. His book, Soul Jazz, Jazz in the Black Community, 1945, 1975, will be published by Oxford University Press. He has been a radio host on WBGO since 1979. Introduction. The International Music Products Association holds its summer trade show in Anaheim, California. With more than 1,300 exhibitors and 75,000 attendees, the exhibition causes the cavernous Anaheim Convention Center to pulsate with a cacophony of riffs from electric guitars, violins, drums, horns, pianos, and other instruments of every kind. Melodic lines flow gently upward from a cello only to be scattered by a flight of screaming electric guitars. In the courtyard, 35 trombones meander through graceful Glenn Miller arrangements. The delicate violins ignore the din and refuse to be played, while the haughty pianos sit and observe in royal display beside their ever-watchful retinue of suited attendants. Anybody can whack a drum, so everybody gives it a try. A constant thunder rolls through the percussion section from the time it opens in the morning until it closes at night. In a corner of the drum section, Bernard Purdie sits on the drum throne and plants his feet on the pedals. He adjusts the dampening gels on the drum heads, then looks up and smiles. He takes no notice of the racket all around him. Purdie begins to play softly. The drumsticks glide imperceptibly over the batter head of the snare drum as the snares begin to sing. His massive left leg bounces lightly over the hi-hat's pedal, bringing it to life. His right foot awakens the bass drum, and its huge lung starts to breath. As Purdie plays, a crowd gathers before his drum kit. He doesn't seem to notice. His eyes are closed, his body undulating in a sensual dance. Purdie's expression is one of utter bliss. His audience has slowly grown 3 deep in the narrow aisle, heads bobbing with the gentle rhythm. The surrounding clamor continues unabated, but within the orbit of his sound, Purdie has transported his audience to another place, leaving the sonic confusion behind. No longer is Purdie merely playing the drums, he's telling a story through ancient voices. His eyes are still closed. This is a seance. Spirits from before the dawn of history are being conjured. Purdie, in touch with these spirits, brings them forth at will and presents them for all to experience. Theirs is a language without words, a language of the purest energy. They are primordial essences unchanged from the beginning of time. They wrap the audience in a maternal embrace. Witnesses to this occasion stand transfixed, bathed in the intimacy of the moment. The observers sense the approach of a resolution when Purdie brings his improvisation to a close. They clap. The spell is broken, and chaos reigns once more. Purdie smiles and wipes the sweat from his face as he moves to the autograph table. Part 1. Learning Tree.
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.